Hi, welcome to my video on function notation part 2. This video is on a combination of function notations. F of x equals 4x minus 1, g of x equals x squared, h of x equals negative 2x. We're going to find the value of each of these. Let me do some examples for you, and then you can do some practice. Notice we have the f of 2 plus the g of 3. So we have to take the f function, which is this one, 4x minus 1. What I'm going to do is I'm going to separate the two of them and work them out inside of these brackets first, so that way we won't get mixed up. So the f of 2 is going in 4x minus 1. So 4x, x is 2, minus 1. The g of 3, that means 3. The g of 3x is 3 going into 3 and being squared. I didn't have to put the bracket around this, but putting the bracket around means I'm going to square it. So I'm working out each one of these separately, and then I'm going to add them after. So in this first one, we got 4 times 2 subtract 1, so we multiply first to get 8. And then we take 8, subtract 1 is 7. So that's the first one done. And 3 squared is, 3 times 3 is 9. So that's completed. So the first one we had is 7. The second one is 9. And when I add the two of them together, I get 16. So keeping them separate and then adding them at the end ensures that everything is going to be okay. And this is more so when you have a subtraction. And again, we have two of them, so we'll do 2 brackets minus, and we got a bracket. So the h of negative 4. So the h of negative 4 means x is negative 4. So I'm going negative 2, bracket, negative 4. I'm subbing in negative 4 in the place of x in the h. The f of 5 means x is 5, so I'm putting 5 into 4 times 5 minus 1. So 4, bracket, 5 minus 1. And we simplify the inside of the h first. That gives us an 8, because negative 2 times negative 4, minus, I'm going to simplify the inside of this one. So that gives me 20 minus 1. So this one is an 8, done, subtract, and that's 20 minus 1 is 19, and 8 minus 19 is a negative 11. Putting the two of them in different brackets, like I'm doing, ensures that you're going to do the operations. That is, here you're adding, here I'm subtracting, here I'm dividing, and over here I'm multiplying. Again, doing 2 different brackets ensures that you simplify each of these first before you divide. The g of negative 4, so we're putting a negative 4 in g, so that's a negative 4. Notice negative 4 in brackets squared. And the h of 2, so x is 2 in h, so we put a 2 in, so it's a negative 2 times 2, because x is 2. And we work out this one first. So negative 4 squared, negative 4 times negative 4 is 16, divided by, and we have negative 2 times 2, which is negative 4. And we're dividing 16 divided by negative 4. 16 divided by 4 is 4. Positive divided by negative is a negative. And again, using the double brackets, using the 2 brackets like this, ensures that you work each one out first and then do your operation. Here we go. Times, and f of 3/4. So the f of 3/4 is going into right here, 4x minus 1. So it's 4, bracket, 3/4 minus 1. The g of negative 2, the g is going in here. Negative 2 is going to place of x. So it's a negative 2 squared. So we work out this one first. The 4's cancel, and I get a 3 minus 1. So that becomes a 2. times is there. Negative 2 squared is negative 2 times negative 2 is 4. And so this one is 4. So we bring it on down. And we go 4. 2 times 4 is 8. So working these out is not too bad. You just got to be careful. I used a double set of brackets around each function notation. Practice. So I give you different ones now. And find the value of each. So pause the video, work each one out, work one out, see if you got it right. Then pause it again, work this one out, to see if you get it right. Here we go. Double set of brackets plus a bracket. So the V of 5. So the V of 5 is going in here. X is 5, so 2 times 5 plus 3. So it's 2, bracket, 5 plus 3. The P of 3, the P of 3, so x is 3, so it's 2 to the x, so it's 2 to the 3. And we're going to work each of these out. So that's 2 times 5 is 10. And then 10 plus 3, let's speed this up, 13. 2 cubed, 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. And 13 plus 8 is a 21. Number 2, again, let's do the double brackets to make sure we're going to, the t of a negative 4. So the t of a negative 4, x is negative 4, so it's 3, bracket, negative 4. The v of a negative 1, so we're putting in negative 1 in the place of x, so it's 2, bracket, negative 1 plus 3. So sub the x in each. So we work out the first bracket. 3 times negative 4 is negative 12. Subtract. And we'll do, it's easy to do, so we'll go 2 times negative 1. Negative 2 plus 3 is 1. So negative 12 subtract 1 is negative 13. And if you want to go plus negative, go ahead, but it's negative 13. Number 3, the p of a negative 2 plus the t of 1/6, double bracket again with a plus sign. The p of negative 2, p is here, so it's, we have 2 to the negative 2, so 2 to the negative 2. T of 1/6, so we get 3x, so it's 3 bracket 1/6, and we work each of them out. Now, 2 to the negative 2 is 1 over 2 squared, and that becomes 1 over 4. A negative exponent is 1 over. And work out the second one, so 3 times 1 over 6. The 3 cancels into 6 twice, so that gives us a half. So that simplifies down to a half. Okay, and now we're adding fractions. Common denominator is 4, so that's 1 over 4. And this one is times 2 over 2. And that gives us 2 over 4. So notice the common denominator for 2 and 4 is 4, so that one is okay, let it stay. And we multiply by 2 over 2 to give us 2 over 4. And we have same denominators. When we add, we keep the denominator and add the numerators. 1 plus 2 is 3. And number 4, again we have 2 brackets, dot is a multiplication, and v to the 5 over 2. So we got 2 bracket 5 over 2 plus 3, and the p of a negative 3 is 2 to the negative 3. X is a negative 3. So we work each of these out. Here we go. So 2 times 5 over 2, the 2's cancel, and I get a 5 plus 3. That gives me an 8. That's done. 2 to the negative 3 is 1 over 2 cubed. So that becomes 2 cubed is 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. And 8 times 1 over 8, the 8's cancel, and you get a 1 for your answer. So that's combination of function notations. Just driving home, you have different functions, so you plug the x into those different functions and work them out. And this is another little variation. This time, instead of subbing in like the f of 2 or 6 or 7 or a number, we're going to sub in x plus 2 or 5x some expressions. Here we go. Let's do some examples. If f of x equals 4x plus 3, what's the f of x plus 2? Well, that means that x plus 2 goes in the place of x. So it's 4 bracket x plus 2 plus 3. So if this was a number, I would sub it in x. So now I put x plus 2 in there. So 4 times x, 4 times 2 plus 3. And simplify that, and I get 4x plus 11, because you can't add x's to 8 and 3. You only add the constants. Notice in simplest form. Polynomial in simplest form. And we have f of 5x, so I had to put a 5x where x is. So it's 4 bracket 5x plus 3. So I put a 5x where the x is. And 4 times 5x is 20x plus 3, and you can't go any further. Practice means pause the video and work these out. Here we go. And I'm subbing in 2x minus 3 in the place of x. So it's 4 bracket 2x minus 3 plus 3. Again, whatever is inside of here goes subs in for x. And 8x, when I multiply, minus 12 plus 3. Notice 4 times 2x, 8x. 4 times negative 3, negative 12. Simplify, 8x minus 9. And I'm subbing in a half x in the place of x. So it's 4 bracket a half x plus 3. 4 times a half x, 2 into 4 goes 2, so that gives me 2x plus 3. Done. And we have another one to do, but this time I got the g of x is x squared plus 2x plus 4. Notice when you're using function notations, you got a p of x, the g of x, the v of x, the h of x, all sorts, but you can tell which one you're talking about because it's a function notation. And it says find each as a polynomial in simplest form. So the g of 3x, so we're going to put a 3x in the place of x. So that's 3x. We're going to put 3x in the place of x. And so I subbed in 3x right there in the place of x to get, put 3x right there to get, as you can see. And now we have to work out each part. So I have to work this part. So 3x squared gives you 3 times 3 is 9, x times x is x squared. And I have to do 2 times 3x is 6x plus 4. And we can't do anything else because they're not like, we can't add those because they're not like terms. And we have b here, the g of x plus 1. So I'm putting an x plus 1 right here in brackets, x plus 1 squared. Add on 2 times x, which is 2 times x plus 1 plus 4. So again, just go over it. I put x plus 1 right here in brackets. I put x plus 1 here in brackets, and now I'm going to simplify. So I have an x plus 1 times x plus 1. Now I write that down, so I write it down so I won't make an error. I write this out twice. Now, when I multiply this out, I get x times x FOIL. First, outside, inside, last. So x times x, x squared. X times 1, 1x, or just x. 1 times x, 1x, or x. 1 times 1 is 1. That's, we multiply by FOIL. Now we get 2 times x plus 1 is 2x plus 2. Add on 4. So 2 times x, 2x, 2 times 1 is 2, and the 4. Now, if we group our like terms together, we can. We get x squared plus x plus 2x. Notice x squared is first. All the x's go next. Notice I'm not changing signs because I'm not transposing across an equal sign. And I have a plus 1, plus 2, plus 4. And simplify. X squared is only one of them. 1x and 1x and 2x, that's 4x. And 1 plus 2 plus 4 is plus 7. Again, you're doing function notation and you're subbing in variables into place. And practice means you work out these two to see if you're going to get the right answer. Here we go. So we're going to take the g of 2x, negative 2x, sorry. We're going to put a negative 2x in the place of x in brackets. We're going to put a negative 2x for this x plus 4. So we put negative 2x in the place of x. And for each of these, so negative 2 squared is 4. X times x is x squared. 2 times negative 2x is negative 4x plus 4. So I square and I multiply, and I can't add these because they're not like terms. That's x squared, that's an x, and that's a constant. Note, this 4 is understood to be x to the 0 right here, because that's a 2 and that's a 1. So if you put an x here, you have to have a 0 power. But we should know that x to the 0 power is 1, so that's a constant term. And constant terms always go on the far right in descending order. And we have to put x minus 2 into this polynomial. So x minus 2 squared plus 2 times x minus 2 plus 4. Again, x minus 2 goes right there with a square, and it goes right there multiplied by 2. And the x minus 2, I read it down twice so I won't make an error. So I'm not going to do any simplifying until I expand x minus 2 squared. And then I do the FOIL. First, x squared. Outside, negative 2x. Inside, negative 2x. Outside, 4. Then I go 2 times x minus 2 gives me 2x minus 4. And then the plus 4. All done. And I group everything together. Like terms, x squared first. Then the x's, negative 2x plus 2x. I have a plus 4 minus 4 plus 4. And all done. The x squared is no other terms to add to it. I have a plus x and a minus x. They cancel, so I get a negative 2x. I have a minus. I could have done that here. That's a minus 4 and a plus 4. I got to cancel those out right here and just add the plus 4. But if I carry them down, they're still gone, and I'll get a plus 4. So when you're doing polynomials, you always group your like terms in descending order of your powers, and a constant is always on the right. That brings us to the end of our video on other simplifications of doing functional notation. If you enjoyed my video, click the like button. If you're not a subscriber, click the subscribe button and click the notification bell because there's more videos coming your way. If you want to write a comment on my video, go ahead and visit my math website, www.mathfullyexplained.com. And the sections on me talks about my degrees in teaching experience. The video section talks about the strategy that I'm going to use to help you learn your math. And the content section has the topics and the number of videos on those topics on my YouTube channel. And what's in black font is online already, and what's in red font will be there in the near future. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.